Hey there, my name is Jer, and this video is about the Lost Cove expedition.
It's a 2-mile hike. You go up and there's like
The day started with an attempt at running Wilson Creek. And by attempt, I mean we looked at it, and that was the end of the attempt. Wilson was just a tad too high for our group's comfort level.
Wade didn't bring his half slice, man. It's like Wade's not.
So we decided to call it off and try something new. Something called Lost Cove Creek.
You could probably put it through the close one.
Now this is another one of those exploratory runs that I love so much, where it's just you and your crew and the river. We did do a little bit of research on American Whitewater, but it really wasn't very helpful. I mean, when the rapid description is literally, hey, it's named, so something must have happened here, it's not the most reassuring. But nevertheless, the stoke was high and we set off on our expedition. Sitting in the bed of this truck, watching the road go up and up and up for what seems like hours, a full realization of what we are about to do sets in.
Is this it? No one's coming to help us if something happens. Which I mean, I realize it sounds bad, but like no one's coming out to help us if something happens.
I love places like that. Like when you're in Alaska and you're 500 miles from the nearest road. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking like,
if something bad happens, we are on our own. There's no cell service for miles, and even if there was, it would take hours for help to arrive. That's if we could even pinpoint our current location.
Yeah, Hamilton and James went together.
We don't know the distance of the run, how long it will take, what rapids. There's pretty much no beta, and that's exactly how I like it. For us six, each other is all that we have. Everything falls on trust and skill. This is immediately apparent when the run starts as we scout and probe for each other. Pete tells me booth center, and I booth center.
Booth center?
I trust his scouting and he trusts my ability, and that's all we need.
Booth center?
And this trend continues on down the river.
Can you see it?
You can either follow the flow all the way on the right, or you can leave left, stay on the left. What point is this? This rock? I'm on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm moving off the left.
There is a branch down over there. It's not big, but just watch for it.
At some point we come to this landing and we get out to look for Grag Prong because Pete's pretty sure it's a 1/4 mile up the hill. Now the GoPro effect is real on land too. We are literally crawling on our hands and knees, bushwhacking our way through the woods, slipping and falling as we go. And while the footage doesn't make it look too bad, trust me, this was terrible.
Y'all good? No.
What made it worse though was that there was literally a marked trail on the other side of the river that we all missed, so we trekked and bushwhacked for no reason.
All your gear's getting caught on everything. You know, just the typical. You good? You gonna need help or you'll get up?
I think I'm good. Is it easy? Oh.
Hey Nate, don't grab that branch.
Oh, look, he's on the other side.
Eventually we found Drag Strip, which is one of the big rapids on Grag Prong, and this is when I wish we brought our boats with us.
Yeah, boy!
It's runnable. For sure. Should have brought my boat.
I don't think you got it. You're getting going fast on that one, boys.
What?
I'm telling you.
You go.
It was just such a beautiful, amazing rapid. We then turned around, went back to our boats on the trail this time, which was significantly easier. And then from there, it's a class 2-3 boogie paddle out all the way down. The only problem, of course, is that it was getting darker and darker and darker, and we didn't know how far we were from the takeout. And so we paddled on, peering through the darkness, trying to make semblance of whatever shadows our eyes could still see. And finally we arrived. At this point it was pretty much pitch black with the only light coming from the vehicles. But we had made it and our trip was a success. This expedition and the river, while not extraordinarily hard by any means, was one of the coolest experiences that I've ever had. The whole experience, the trust, the teamwork, the discovery, and the adventure, there's nothing like it. And that made this expedition, the Lost Cove expedition, one of my favorite kayaking moments of all time. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Go on your own adventure, and I'll see you all out there.
Uh-oh. Good save!